I think the best thing about being a mum is the fact that you are open to a whole new world of love. There are feelings that you have that you've never had before, and you experience this care and concern for other people that aren't yourself, and I think you can't have that unless you are a mother. From my experience so far, the toughest thing about being a mum is letting go when your children reach a certain age. So my daughter's nearly 13, and I find letting her make decisions that I know might not be the best one, that's very hard because you want to make all the decisions for her, and it's the letting go that's a little bit hard. For me, it was a hard decision to quit full-time work and to work for myself because I knew I was going to be taking quite a significant pay cut, but I looked at the fact that children are a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and careers aren't. So I achieved that just by putting my children first and realising what we could live on and just get by rather than having to have everything that we wanted. I think from my experience, the role of a mother has changed in the fact that we are now a little bit more closer to our children, but there's also that separation with social media and phones and that sort of thing. So the balancing act of trying to be a friend to your parents, to your child still is quite hard, but I think it's more important these days than it was probably in 20 years ago. I don't know if it's acceptable to give a baby an iPad with free rein, but I think that what you need to do is teach children about limitations and about doing things at the right time and that sort of thing. So if you give your child the skills to be able to make the right decisions, I don't think there's anything wrong with giving a baby an iPad, but I think that using an iPad as a babysitter, for example, would be something that would be wrong. With my children, cyberbullying is something we talk about. I am of the belief that bullying is something that is fed by people giving it too much attention. So if my children are bullied, I will discuss how that makes them feel, but then I also go about discrediting the thing that the bully said straight away. So for example, my daughter has red hair, and if she's teased for having red hair, instead of me saying, red hair's beautiful, don't feel like that, I'll say, you do have red hair. So just tell the bully, yeah, I have red hair, big deal, and then move on. So I kind of try and not feed it or sympathise with it at all and give it any attention rather than feeding it and allowing it to kind of manifest itself. My mum's dancing. She actually, when she was younger, was a dancer, and she did that kind of 60s go-go type dancing. So it's pretty tragic from my standards, but it's probably quite good from like the 50-year-old standards. My children's dancing is very similar to me. I grew up with a joke that we would have is I would stand with my legs apart and just shake, and they would hold on, and that was the way of dancing, and I unfortunately taught them, I think, that was a dance move, and it's still kind of going on. I think the Barnardos Mother of the Year is very important because what it does is takes away the stereotypical Stepford housewives vision of a mother, and it shows that to be a mother you really just have to love, and I think that the Barnardos sort of foundation encourages that from all different types of people, whether you're an actual mum or not, and I think that's the best thing. It just shows that mothering isn't a title, it's just the way that you feel. I think it's important to recognise Australian mothers because we have an opportunity in front of us to take away the stereotypes of what a mother is, and Australians are very forward thinking, and I think that we're very accepting as a culture. So celebrating Australian mothers is important for showing that the different varieties of mothers that we have here in Australia are all great and they're all accepted.